For years, people kept asking the same question. Where is Apple's Foldable? While other brands rushed into the category, Apple stayed completely silent. But what if they weren't late? What if they were waiting for the moment they could do it better? Because every foldable so far has had one thing you can't ignore. You open the screen, light hits it, and there it is, the crease. A reminder that the technology is impressive, but not perfect. And Apple doesn't like, not perfect. Now things are getting interesting. A new supply chain report claims Apple has placed mass production line orders for its first foldable iPhone. Not prototypes, not test units, actual production preparation. That's a serious level of commitment. And if this information is accurate, this isn't just another experiment. This could be Apple's official entry into the foldable era. According to the leak, the device will feature a 7.8-inch inner display. When opened, that's close to the size of an iPad mini. Closed, it will have a 5.5-inch outer display, compact enough for one-handed use. A book-style design, familiar, but potentially executed very differently. Because the real headline isn't the size. It's the crease. Reports claim the crease depth will be under 0.15 mm, with a crease angle below 2.5 degrees. That might sound technical, but here's what it means. You'll barely feel it when you swipe. And more importantly, you'll barely see it. In other words, this could be the first foldable that actually looks flat. And that changes everything. Interestingly, Apple is reportedly working closely with Samsung Display to develop a new panel designed to be virtually crease-free. Which explains the delay. Instead of launching early and asking users to accept compromises, Apple waited. They let competitors figure out hinge durability, flexible display layers, dust protection, and software optimization. Then they stepped in when the technology was ready. The rumored name? iPhone Fold. And according to reports from Bloomberg, the device is being designed to feel like two ultra-thin titanium iPhones placed side by side. That suggests something sleek, not the thick, bulky foldables we're used to. Under the hood, leaks point to Apple's upcoming A-series chip, a new modem, dual rear cameras, and possibly the return of Touch ID in the power button. That actually makes sense. On a foldable device, fingerprint unlock could be faster and more practical than Face ID. Now step back and look at the bigger picture. Foldables today are still a niche. They're expensive, they're thicker, and the crease has always been the symbol of compromise. You pay more, but accept less perfection. But if Apple removes that visible compromise, the entire premium smartphone market could shift overnight. Because when Apple enters a category, it doesn't just join. It raises expectations. Developers optimize. Accessory makers adapt. And suddenly, every other device gets compared to the new standard. Reports suggest this device could launch alongside the next flagship lineup in September. If that timing holds, Apple isn't testing the waters. They're going straight for the spotlight. And if those crease numbers are real, this isn't just another foldable launch. It's Apple saying the technology is finally ready. So here's the big question. If Apple releases a foldable that looks and feels like a normal flat display when opened, does that instantly make every other foldable feel outdated? And if you're using something like a foldable today, would you switch? Because this might be the moment foldables stop being a tech experiment and start becoming normal. And if that happens, this won't be remembered as Apple joining the trend. It'll be remembered as the moment they waited.